Are you looking for budget gaming earbuds for as cheap as possible? I think the Machenike T50 is currently the cheapest gaming earbud for only 1,499 pesos. You can check them out on Lazada, which is already provided in the description box below. For that price, you're getting an impressive set of features, including low latency gaming mode and active noise cancellation. With that in mind, is the T50 legit or just a fluke? Based on my experience for the past 30 days using the T50 for gaming and working, the feature set is legit and they work as intended except for one small problem. There's this random disconnection from time to time between the two earbuds. For some reason, one of the earbuds would randomly disconnect for a half a second. It's not the type of disconnection where you would need to pair them manually, it's not like that. I guess my best description is lag, but in audio. It happens randomly, but I notice it's more frequent when watching a video or playing a game. It's less frequent though when listening to music or a podcast. Even though you have both ANC and gaming mode off, the lag still persists. There were times when the connection seemed perfect, but most days they were not. But when the TH50 works, it works great. Starting with low latency or gaming mode, Machenike boasts as low as 45 milliseconds of latency. That seems to be accurate, given the timing of action at the screen and the playback of the audio is in sync. However, it's not the best on the market. I've seen lower latency on non-gaming earbuds, albeit twice or three times the price of the T50. I actually noticed this not when playing games, but when editing audio. So gaming is no problem here. Yes, you can use both gaming mode and ANC at the same time. While both modes work wonderfully well for this price, there is a slight drop in quality, particularly in bass response and mids. The audio quality is not as punchy and the sound is almost tinny with ANC on. Almost. Personally, as much as possible, I prefer having the best audio quality, meaning turning off ANC when it's not really needed. That said, the active noise cancellation on the TH50 is impressive, to the point where it's almost unsettling not hearing a person behind you. Also, it's strong enough to totally eliminate ambient noise and minimize the sounds of my neighbor's ongoing construction. The TH50 by far has the best ANC at its price point that I have tested. What's even great is that it's easy to switch between ANC, transparency, and music modes. All you need to do is a long tap for 3 seconds, which is a lot easier compared to a triple tap when switching between gaming and non-gaming modes. It's also nice to see Machenike include almost all the controls you need, from switching tracks to answering calls and activating voice assistants. I also appreciate the fact that the controls remain the same whether you have both or one of the earbuds on. When it comes to transparency mode, the TH50 does a great job of increasing the volume of ambient noises to about 10 decibels. That's kinda my guess. The surroundings get a bit louder compared to when you take the earbuds off, so let's just leave it at that. As far as the audio quality goes, whether it's watching a video or listening to music, it's good for the price. There's enough bass for the sound quality to not sound tinny, and the speech of what you're watching is clear enough for those who prefer not having the subtitles on. I would say the quality is better than what the price tag indicates. You can pair two devices simultaneously with the TH50, but if you need to pair a third device, you would have to disconnect the buds to the first two devices or long press the button on the case for 3 seconds with the earbuds in the case to enter pairing mode. It's not the most convenient way to pair a third device, but for the price, it's hard to complain. As for the case, the TH50 comes in white color only. It actually looks good even with the gaming aesthetic. The case does feel a bit cheap, which is to be expected, but I do like the matte finish that's less prone to scratches and smudges. Each bud comes with a 40 mAh cell while the case has 400 mAh to spare. Machenike did not provide a total playing time, but they claim about 7 hours of playback with ANC off and about 6 hours with ANC on. That's for the buds themselves. With a 400 mAh case, you're getting 60 to 70 hours or around 2 to 3 days worth of continuous playback. Also, I like how responsive the touchpads are on the earbuds. I think part of it is the placement since a tap usually covers almost the entire stem, although there is no auto pause when taking the earbuds off. That's basically the Machenike TH50. I have to say, this is an impressive gaming earbud for the price. But after reviewing it, I feel like this performed better as a regular day-to-day earbud than what it's being promoted and marketed, which is for gaming. If not for the random lagging, I would put this as the best cheap ANC earbud in early 2025. But that's it for this one. Drop a sub or like you feel like supporting the channel. And as always, until the next one, stay safe.